Hello.
How's it going? Hello. That's good. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Okay.
Yes. And jars. And jars.
Good stuff.
Yeah, jars come. Yes. All right, again, I'll give you a tribute.
Okay.
All right.
We're feeling good. We're feeling great. Oh, feeling good. Feeling great. What? Okay. Okay. Hey. How's it going? Okay. So one of the things about the astronomy, everybody is an astronomer when they step into the Astronomy Club. Okay. Oh yes, but meaning it's my tone is why I'm like, rah, get into it. I mean, you know how the way I talk. Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Yes. All right, again we do just a few seconds of moment of silence, correct? Okay, again, I'll do it to you again, kapal.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that'd be nice. All right, let's get started, James. Okay. Right. Okay, perfect. Get good survive. Perfect. All right. Okay. Okay, thank you, survive, James. Okay. All right. Hello everyone, welcome to Gary's podcast. Before we start the podcast, I want to take this moment to remember my uncle Roberto Alfaro, who sadly passed away on Wednesday. He was 70 years old, and I just want to thank everyone here at PCC, especially the number of phone calls my family has received since the news broke on Wednesday, and I want to thank you for your love and your prayers, especially all the message support from my uncle, especially Roberto. He was a great man. He was a legend, and I will miss it. We will miss it forever. Especially he taught us so much for my family and Roberto, and we will miss you a lot. Especially I'm gonna say a couple words in Spanish. Roberto, que vamos a extrañar y no puedo creer que vamos a extrañar y gracias por todo que hiciste por mi familia y que descanse en paz. And our recipes of my uncle Roberto. Thank you, James. Okay.
David's podcast.
David's podcast.
His guests.
Your fun time.
Hello, everyone. By the way, thank you for Sawai and Josh for the major intro, especially greatest intro in the history of all podcasts, which I love it so much. So thank you, Sawai and Josh, and everyone. I want you to the 35th episode. I want you to the 35th episode, especially on Facebook's camera, to Gary's podcast, especially I'm your host, Gary Sarwar, and we're coming to you inside this beautiful radio station, Lance Radio, especially inside this beautiful campus of Penn City College on this very especially, I'm going to tell my guys' race. Beautiful day in Los Angeles, especially nothing but clear skies, especially next week. It will be also beautiful, but however, maybe the rain might come in, but the models are still a little confused. So I'll keep you posted. ABC 7 on Wednesdays. Get good guys race, and we see you tonight at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and 11 p.m. as recording the show. And at the same time, I usually say, Happy Friday, Michelle, my beautiful coach, but she's not here, she's on the weather. So Michelle, get well soon, and hopefully see you next Friday. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, today I have a guest, and he's funny. He's a legend, especially he's representing a success center. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Gary's podcast for the first time, my friend Dylan. Welcome to Gary's podcast.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here today. It's actually my first time doing like a podcast.
Yes.
This and like the whole setup, I love it. It's all official. You have the mics, the cameras, and I think it's wonderful. You're a wonderful host so far, and it's good. I really appreciated the moment of silence. I think that's very important when it comes to family. Yeah.
Yes.
And you said your guest is missing, but you have three individuals over here.
We have three individuals. Ricky Joe gave you the co-host of my podcast, while Michelle is out for today. And Ricky Joe gave you for co-host in my podcast. I'm gonna let you guys say a couple words. Thank you for letting us co-hosting your podcast. Especially, this will be a lot of fun. And especially, I can't believe we're back on Gary's podcast. Especially, we've been gone for 2 weeks after Frank took over. Thank you, Ricky Joe. We're back on Gary's podcast, the greatest podcast ever. And at the same time, Ricky Joe, this will be a lot of fun. Especially our guest Dylan and Michelle get well soon. Especially, we miss you. We hope to see you this right. And overall, can't wait to take the view, Dylan. So, Gary, let's get on the show. Yeah, Gary, let's get on the show. And Michelle, get what's you. Hope you're seeing this right. All right, Gary, back to you. All right. So, get good, Ricky Joe,
thank you. Wonderful.
Yeah, they are wonderful. Get good, Dylan.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right, so Dylan, are you ready for the topic of questions?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Conversation. I love it.
Conversation. So here's the conversation. Your first topic is success singer, and your first question is, can you tell us how did you get hired as a success singer and the process leading up to it?
Okay, so that whole thing. All right, I got to think back on this one. You know, time flies by like really, really quick.
Yes.
So the previous tutor representative, Alejandro,
Right.
he actually was the one that convinced me to, let's say, apply to be a tutor. I got introduced to him when I was going to the PCC Cinema Tech Club.
Right.
Really, really cool club. And you were just, talking every now and then. And then, all of a sudden when I said art history, he's like, hey, I work at the Success Center. I stop by sometime. We have an art history tutor. And he was telling me like, hey, essentially the art history tutor is going to transfer. You might be like possibly, encouraging to apply.
Right.
And then this was like, I think it was in like April of 2024.
Right.
And then I was like, with me, I'm procrastinating. Like I did everything except click the submit button for the application itself.
Right.
And it was simple. You're answering, let's say, some questions. You have let's say, a teacher reference. And then when you do that, you click submit. Interview is essentially set up. And it's just the interview process. One thing that's about the interview process that was interesting to me was, so I had this, just like with interviews, it's like you have to have like tutors or like a tutor of the art history or like of, let's say, the subject, and the coordinators are alongside the teaching assistants.
Right.
Problem is, the coordinators couldn't be there for my interview that day because literally like it was the PCC centennial celebration.
Right.
So they were doing the drone photo.
Wow.
Yeah, and so my hiring was from Steven.
Oh, Steven,
Yeah,
shout to
who I
Steven.
already knew. And he said, yeah. And so, but it was still a simple process, but it was really, really cool. Yeah, and then I got hired. And it's been like literally a blink of an eye, and it's 2026 now.
Wow, it
Year,
is.
essentially almost like a year and a half since I've been a tutor.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
I don't know. Yeah, there are different laughs. What's this? What's his laugh?
Oh, Ricky Jerry, give us a laugh.
Oh, yeah, it's like scrunchy over there. I like
Yeah,
it. Scruffy. Is a smoker?
Yeah, I'm a smoker.
Smoker for 40 years.
Smoker for 40, Ricky Jerry. Yay.
Wow.
Give me your let's hear your smoke. You're laughing. That's my laugher. Hee hee. David, can I ask Gary a question? Yes, go ahead, Ricky. Since your co-host the podcast. Gary, my question to you is, was your choice to get hired? I mean, was your choice to go to the successor, especially when you got that phone call? And tell us, what was that phone call like?
The phone call to the Success Center? Oh, yeah. It was great. I was surprised. It was an honor to be hired essentially as a tutor, especially of like a subject that I knew I wanted to get into the education route with art history. Since with any major, there's going to be, let's say, a plethora of careers. But with mine, it was specifically education.
Right.
And literally, after taking a break from like 4 years of college, coming back saying I want to be an art history professor, and then like being hired as an art history tutor to help build those skills and help people, in art history.
Right.
It's wonderful. I literally love my job. Every single day, it's an absolute pleasure to be there. The Success Center is, it's my second home. Literally, it's such a just wonderful community, wonderful environment over there that we've cultivated and are continuing to cultivate.
It is good. Successor is a wonderful place. Especially, I was there last night. Especially, I want to give a shout to our boy Brian and everyone at the Success Center. And give you what you want to say? I gotta say, guys, I mean, especially the Success Center, the best place. All right, Gaby. Now let's go to the next question. Yes, let's go to the next question. Question number 2, Gil, is what is your role at the Success Center, and how long you been working here?
Working at what's the role of the Success Center?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially your main.
Oh, yeah. So over there, I of course I tutor art history, but usually with especially subjects, I've taken many, let's say, social behavioral science subjects. So I tutor art history, humanities, philosophy, political science, and I also do general assistance as well. So which is little things like, let's say registration support.
Right.
Let's say when it comes to talking, hey, you need to maybe figure out a little Google Docs, Google Docs thing. But nonetheless, one thing that I do focus on at the Success Center is how we're effectively communicating to students.
Right.
This resource, because we're grant funded, meaning the more students that come to the Success Center, then the more resources are essentially available in the next yearly budget. And one of the things that I've created is a little pamphlet, or it's like a flyer, to give out to students, in, let's say, classroom presentations, to give out to JAM students giving tours, and just like in ID card printing, like, hey, here's a resource, because in many instances it's like the Success Center may be only used once or like twice by a student if they're not too familiar, or just never used at all.
Right.
And something like that is a physical reminder saying, hey, this is a resource for you to use. And so I had to look at the previous design that was a little bit aged. And I was like, okay, how can we make this fresher? So the colors pop more, the shapes are dynamic, and it communicates just more effectively the Success Center.
Nice. All right, Gaby, you want to ask a question? Yes. What is your favorite science?
My favorite science? Oh, so that's a trick question on my end. Astronomy. I love it. That's right. Yes, I literally grew up with Carl Sagan's Cosmos as a kid, watching it with my with my papa. Yeah, and yeah, he was like, because the whole point is like Carl Sagan, he was like the guy, first public guy that like brought science into like into known, because with of course television and the abundance of that, it was a way to communicate about like stuff that was only, let's say, maybe relegated to scientific papers or journals, and communicate that in a way that's effective for, let's say, a general population.
Right.
Cultivating their curiosity, inspired children to, ask questions, to lead lives in, let's say, in just STEM, astronomy and physics. But also it's like he's there just as a means to let's say, just grow that curiosity. It's like with me, art history major, but I love astronomy as much as anyone else. Yeah.
Amazing.
And I get to look at planets. I get to look at the stars.
That's cool.
Like oh my God, like it's amazing. Like objects out there that are just so far away, and I am able to actually see that through a telescope.
Wow.
It's literally wild.
It is wild. Insane. All right, now Dylan, your second topic is tutor, and your third question is, what is your favorite subject at assessing?
Ooh, favorite subject. Another one, I think it might be, I got to think about that. Well, I tutor art history. I don't know.
We'll be right back, everyone.
Is it my favorite? Yeah. I think, yeah, sure. I've decided art history is my favorite subject to tutor.
Nice.
It's my favorite subject to talk about, too. Yeah, literally. So obsessive. I was, okay, so I was at, and I don't get many art history students.
Right.
And like that's one of the things I'm working on in terms of increasing the amount of foot traffic for that subject.
Right.
But yesterday I was with a student for 2 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
Talking about just an assignment, going over, let's say, visual analysis.
Right.
Talking about my experiences, essentially as a tutor, and why I love the subject. And it's just because it's like what I know and am just most comfortable with.
Right.
It's very, very easy to me just to go on and like really, like sensitively, I guess, like nitpick, like a student's, let's say, analysis. Okay, you can develop this.
Right.
I know you can. You can literally double this paragraph and talk about it.
Correct.
Since let's say, a basic thing like a visual analysis is describing something without the actual picture itself.
Right.
And you're literally like every single little thing. Like a full description.
Right.
And that's literally like an essay by itself.
Right.
But usually with art history essays and with analysis, you combine analysis with, let's say, understanding of the culture. If you're doing like, let's say, Arts of Africa or let's say pre-Columbian art history.
Right.
But if, let's say, you're doing something that's noted just for like regular European, then connecting it back to like the atmosphere of the time of that art piece, the history behind it.
Correct.
And what that means. It's like with, if you're talking about Impressionism, for example, that's heavily regarded as the most popular, essentially, form of just art nowadays. Impressionism, post-Impressionism. Those, let's say, paintings, they were regarded as like not finished. They weren't good. Like, what is this? It's not what's called as academic because it uses, let's say, like broader colors. It's not clean.
Right.
The draftsmanship isn't, let's say, as detailed.
Right.
Because usually with academic work, and especially with neoclassical or just academic works, you're getting where everybody's kind of like statues. And everybody kind of like looks picture perfect, muscular, or just bright, and it's clear. And that's the whole point of, let's say, those types of paintings. But the understanding of Impressionist work is to see images in the way that you would you'd see realistically. So playing with light, and seeing how that works in terms of creating an image that feels real, not just looks real. There's a difference there.
Correct. All right, Ricky, Galen, what is your favorite art picture?
My favorite art picture. I'd have to go to my roots with the mulberry tree by Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
It was the first Van Gogh I ever saw in person.
Wow.
That's over at the Norton Simon. By the way, if you have a student ID, the Norton Simon is free.
Yeah, free. I've been
Free.
there.
Yeah, literally. They have Rembrandts. They have Cezannes. They have Picassos. They have absolutely huge collection of Southeast Asian statues.
Right.
And they also have the most Van Goghs of any museum on display on the West Coast too. I think it's five or six Van Goghs there.
I believe so.
Yeah, and it goes back. It's not just, let's say, because Van Gogh's art style, he was a self-taught artist.
Right.
He didn't go to school for training or anything because it was after, let's say, him wanting to or trying to be a priest, I believe.
Right.
But then because of that, it's like, okay, transition to painting, and you can, and they have their earlier works there.
Right.
From, let's say, 1884, 1885.
Wow.
Darker color scheme. You could see where there's improvements needed.
Right.
And then over time, it's you literally see the development of his work. There is a portrait of a peasant woman that Van Gogh has that I believe was possibly the same model or let's say similar model used in, let's say, The Potato Eaters.
Okay.
Van Gogh, which is one of his best works,
Right.
in my opinion. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Now, Dylan's time for your fourth question is, what subjects you tutor?
What subjects I tutor? I'll say it once again. Oh man, I love it. I love saying it because it's like, oh my God, like the Success Center is a resource, right? And it's like, it's like Renaissance, all these different things that I'm doing. Yeah, just all these different hats. But yeah, I tutor art history, humanities, philosophy, political science, and general assistance as well. Yeah,
Nice.
because it's like I've taken those classes and I've gotten A's in them. Some of them, I don't know how I got A's, but I got A's. Yeah, that means I could tutor it. To be a tutor, you have to take 2 or more classes of the same subject and be or better. So I've done that for all.
Wow. You heard it, everyone? If you want to become a tutor like Dylan, just take 2 classes.
That's right. 2 classes, apply, and then go from there.
Indeed. All right, Gabby Jury. Ask Dylan a question. Dylan, my question to you is it hard or difficult to become a tutor at a successor?
That's hard. I'd say it can be, I guess, difficult, just because, especially with maybe some of my subjects we don't get as much foot traffic, so there's not as many tutors for that subject. Like, I'm the only art history tutor.
Right.
And there's some subjects where it's only me and another tutor, Ilya, who tutor.
Right.
But then when you're getting into subjects that have like higher availability, more foot traffic, like let's say speech or accounting, then you're getting to areas where there's like at least 5 tutors for those subjects. And the tutoring process is a lot of the time just understanding within, let's say, the interview, getting to know the tutor. Because you can be knowledgeable, you can have all A's in your subjects and be like very, very good on paper, and like just, writing papers. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a good fit as a tutor or as an educator.
Right.
And one of the things that's very key is being relaxed, being comfortable,
Right.
and being sensitive to, let's say, an individual's needs.
Right.
Yeah, and that is like the key thing. So it's like both your academics and also just personality as well, and how you fit into, let's say, a sphere where you're interacting with individuals, not just students, but also tutors with different personalities as well.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Now we go to topic number 3. There is clubs and Astronomy Club.
Yeah.
Hey, so are you ready, Dylan?
Okay.
All right.
I'll give the full list over here.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
All right. So your favorite question, Dylan, is which PCC clubs are you a part of?
Okay, so I'm a part of 3. So I am one of the VPs for French Club, which is fantastic. I love it. But I don't know lick of Spanish or lick of French.
French.
Lick of French. I am VP of Spanish Club, but once again, I don't know like a Spanish. I mean, I know a little bit because, of course, if you're like familiar with the culture, it's like just little things. But you know, I can't like come into a French 2 class or a Spanish 2 class and be like, hey ho, let's go gung ho.
Right.
But nonetheless, I love the culture. And you know, just the experiences being in there. It's beautiful to see people from that background just interacting and loving and just sharing their experiences together. And of course, with art history and culture, they go hand in hand like peanut butter jelly. So literally like French culture and art, Hispanic culture and art. You see a lot of, let's say, differences and also similarities as well in those. And of course, lastly, I am the president of the Astronomy and Physics Club here on campus.
Correct.
But as I'm mentioning, it's like, Dylan, your major is art history. What the heck is going on? Then you know, I've gotten that so many times when like people are surprised, and that you know that's true. I mean, to say that you're not a STEM major and you're doing this, and I'm like, why? Why are you putting in, let's say, effort for this club? And I'm like, it's because the club is run based off your loving curiosity about the universe, no matter what background that may be, no matter your level of technical knowledge. And that's what we try to cultivate in, let's say, club meeting. That's what we communicate to everyone.
Well said. All right, you have a question. You have a question for Gavin? Yes. What is your favorite French or Spanish food?
French food? Okay. I have to go back to the OG, pain au chocolat. I love that so much. I think chocolatine. Yeah, chocolatine or pain au chocolat. It's a croissant that has 2 sticks of chocolate in it. It's really, it's an elevated croissant. And I have a sweet tooth, several sweet tooth actually, with cavities that are filled.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Dentist talk. We'll go to the dentist, I guess.
Yeah. So, and I love eating that warm. When it comes to Mexican food, it's gonna be street tacos.
Tacos. All the way.
Real stuff right there. Nice carne asada, pico de gallo, and get some salsa verde on there, fresh lime. Yes.
Yummy gallo on me.
Literally, I can eat like 10 of those things right now.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I can you just give me approval for my dinner later tonight.
I'm sorry, I'm making people hungry.
I know. Yeah,
I'm making myself hungry.
Here on YouTube. Everyone, if you're hungry, wait for Rachel.
Yeah.
All right, now Dylan, your 6th question is, can you tell us about Astronomy Club and how did you become president of the club?
President of the club? Well, see what I could do about summarizing it pretty well. So I became president of the Astronomy Club last year, and that was just through a voting process. Where people are interested, they essentially apply to be a club officer. You can apply only if there's demonstrated show and love of, let's say, astronomy, and your committed effort to, let's say, increasing the level of curiosity in students. And so I did that. And became president, and we still communicate that to this day.
All right, nice. All right, now let's go to the last question real quick.
Yeah.
And are there any events for the club that you'd like to announce here exclusively on Davis Podcast?
Okay. Well, currently our events are going to be just our club meetings right now. That's bi-weekly Mondays, 6:30 to 9. Next meeting is literally next Monday. That's going to be all about exoplanets. So if you want to make your own exoplanet, and make a poster about it and share and really show it and share with your friends. That's what we're going to be doing for the class activity that day.
Nice.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it will be good. Everyone check it out. All right, so on that note, Dylan, I want to thank you for being my guest speaker. It was so much fun. Especially,
it's a lot of fun. I love it.
You brought the laughter here on Davis Podcast on episode 35. Especially Michelle. Okay, we'll soon, hopefully soon next Friday. Ricky Joe gave you an excellent job with a final question, especially replacing myself for today. And boys, great job as my coach. And by the way, Vega Franger, you also did a great job as well. Yes, I get it. I love Gabe's podcast. Greatest podcast ever. And because you gave a great job as co-host for today. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Gabe. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And Gabe, thank you for being on Gabe's podcast. And I can't wait to watch this on YouTube. And this was so much fun. Thank you for stopping by the show. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Dylan.
Thank you very much. It's an absolute honor to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Anytime.
Over here today. This is so much fun.
Everyone says shouts to our
People are listening to me.
Yeah, people are listening to Dylan. They will go viral on YouTube, everyone. All right, everyone. I want to thank you for watching David's podcast. And everyone, next Friday, our girl Angela from Ethiopia, she will be stopping by. She will be on the hot seat, and she will be here next Friday for the 36th episode. And everyone, have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you next Friday. Right here. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Hee hee.
I'm good.
Yeah, that was good.